G'day, Mick Roby here with the confession. Sometimes you have to sort of go to church and confess. Now you might have noticed on Mufc Realist TV, why is Mick Roby no longer streaming live streams? And this is what this video is all about, to be honest. You know, me to confess my sins and why I'm not streaming. It has nothing to do with you guys. I love doing content. I love speaking to my community that we built up over the 3 years since the launch of Mufc Realist TV. It's been a fantastic journey. You know, every single win, loss, draw game we had, the transfer window, the takeover, it's been fantastic to have you all on board. But sometimes you got to look at YouTube itself. You know, I've been shadow banned by speaking about the takeover, about the Glazers, the protest, and I've been also, I don't know what to say, pushing the wheelbarrow up the hill with YouTube and its algorithm. But that's not an excuse. I think at the end of the day, we try to make unique content, but it takes so much time, right? I had beautiful panelists on. Jarvis has been there, Phil Standish. You've seen like Jay Daly, you've seen like the likes of Andy Tate and everyone else, and Flying Pig United. We've been collaborating. We've been building this up. But lately, I just find that I don't really have the luxury of time to do live streaming or videos. Of course, when it was the transfer window, I did daily updates by just doing video uploads. But the truth of the matter is that you're not really making money on the YouTube channel, despite being monetized, despite almost having 42,000 subscribers. It's not about making money, but at the end of the day, I got to come clean to say that this channel only makes money through super chats and memberships, recurring memberships payment. The rest, the YouTube AdSense or Google AdSense, you're not making anything, right? And that's why you see other content creators streaming 3 times a day, 4 times a day, as soon as there's a headline, because the more the post, you know, the more views, the more, you know, money they get. However, YouTube don't pay that much money, to be honest. I'll be lucky if I get 200 euros a month for my content, what I'm doing. And that's not sustainable. You know, barring that it takes so much time to do all the research, to sit there live and talk and not getting any super chats. It's kind of not discouraging, but you gotta be, you know, thinking, where do I put my time and effort into? Of course, I run a business that takes a lot of time. I'm traveling between Thailand, Bali, around Southeast Asia, traveling back to Europe now and then, and that takes also money. But my main focus is pretty much to put food on the table for me and my family and myself, to pay the bills. And that's where my focus has been on. Like, you know, I need to build my own business as well, because nobody's paying my paychecks, you know. So that kind of explains a little bit why I'm not streaming, because my normal day job takes a lot of my time, and this is where I get my money from, to be honest. However, this doesn't mean that I'm going to shut down Mufc Realist TV. No, it's going to be there. But kind of a little bit of a confession why I'm not streaming and why I don't have the time to stream anymore. And plus, nowadays I'm a one-man band. I don't have much panelists coming on either. Jarvis is, you know, and Stu Woolley, they started their own channel. I love what they're doing. The Tactical Devils, go check them out. A lot of you are already subscribed. But, you know, it used to be like, you know, a couple of lads, a couple of mates sitting there having fun, talking what we love to talk about, Manchester United and tactical breakdowns and all that stuff. But when you're all alone like myself, finding time not to be able to do all the research and coming up with the content, this is why I kind of come and confess. You know, this is my church. This is where I come to heal my hurts, to say that I'm apologize for not being able to do a lot of those live streams, and really appreciate the communities. But this is not the end of Mufc Realist TV. I'm looking to find more voices that can come up and support this channel. So if you are open to sort of be part of Mufc Realist TV as a panelist to keep this channel going while I am very busy, put your hand up. Let me know, DM me. because it's not all about the money. It's about Man United. It's about building this community and providing great content. So this is my sin, but also the greatest achievement, because never did I think that MUFC Realist TV, where I started this waffling along, speaking to one or two audiences live, I just exploded. Like, it's just a great achievement that we've done all together. Like, everyone, single one that's been on my show, my panel, you guys that's tuning in, you guys that have been donating memberships, becoming a member, and just being supportive. I owe an explanation to you. Today is Derby Day. Today is Manchester United versus Man City, and I am excited. Right? This is what it's all about. Manchester is red, and so is my heart. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize also why I'm not doing much live shows. Who knows? I might do a live now and then. But peace, love, and go bananas, which was the original slogan. And Onana is out. Bye. See us.